I've been hit by an ultimatum, I gotta get my life together. They say when it rains it falls, the sunshine don't shine forever. I've been hit by an ultimatum, I gotta get my life together. They say when it rains it falls, the sunshine don't shine forever.
Hit and run in the city of Gloucester. A 17-year-old boy was hit by a milk van at 7:30 p.m. last night and was rushed into hospital where he is being treated for a broken arm. The police are calling for anyone who witnessed the incident that took place on Hogsmeade Road to come forward on the incident number below.
Blimey, a milk van. What did he do? Ran into it whilst it stopped at the traffic lights? You mean you've not seen a milk van go down the road? They practically glide at 5 miles per hour. What newspaper is that anyway?
It's the Sun.
It says it all, don't it? You want to try upgrading to the Daily Mirror, Dad?
Does looking in the mirror daily count?
Well, I wouldn't like to be looking in the mirror daily with a mug like yours. I'm joking. Anyway, I'm off to meet the lads to watch the boxing tonight. See you later.
All right, see you later.
Broski? Spud me then. So did you wake up feeling 15 or something? I woke up feeling great, actually. Apparently it's you that woke up on the wrong side. Anyone would think it was you behind the wheel of that milk van that ran that poor boy over last night. Apparently the guy that drove the milk van is on the run. Come to think of it, he had to have ditched the milk van because even Dad could outrun one of them. Anyway, I gotta go. See you in a bit. Dad?
You all right, son?
I'm far from it, if I'm honest.
Has there been an update on Andrea?
Chance would be a fine thing. Perhaps then she'd be able to explain herself. Andrew's fancy bloke turned up at the hospital to see her today. And had it not been for those photos that he tagged her on Facebook a few months ago, I'd have not known it was even him. But don't worry, I was on my best behaviour. Somehow. The moment he saw me, he was about to dart off in the other direction, but I called him right back. And I looked at him. And I could smell the scent of guilt all over him. It was written all over his face, Dad. And then it all made sense. It was him. I wanted to give him the opportunity to explain his side of the story about his affair with my wife.
How about I make us both a bro? Then you can tell me all about it.
Yeah, maybe that's what I need.
Here is yours, Massa.
Cheers, Dad.
All right. One couple biscuit?
No, I'm good. But that's a bit of an unusual place to keep your biscuits, Eddie.
If I don't hide things from your brother, they don't last me, you see. So I have to keep my own stash.
Sounds about right. So according to this bloke, Raphael, Butlins wasn't the first time that them two had actually met. He reckons that they'd been seeing each other for at least 18 months.
Which means?
Means that this ladies' weekend was just a cover-up to stop me from suspecting anything. Too bad she didn't cover up her tracks. She's literally taken me for a mug, Dad. I think back to all the times that I've stepped up to fill in for his worthless piece of scum of a dad because he wouldn't have him over the weekend. So there was me babysitting while she was out probably with her fancy man.
That cannot be a nice feeling at all. Did this Michelangelo know that?
Raphael, Dad.
Raphael. Did Raphael know that Andrea was a married woman?
Oh, he knew, all right. According to him, she had actually told him that she was unhappy in her marriage and was planning on leaving me soon. If I would have acted on my gut instinct, believe me, I would have been in the cells right now.
But you are better than that. Maybe this is nature's way of telling you that Andrea is no good for you. And this Donatello...
It's Raphael, Dad. Not Donatello, Michelangelo, or Leonardo. What's gone into you? You used to be a good listener.
I'm sorry. That is one of my flaws, remembering names. I used to just call everybody Murph to keep things simple.
Well, this isn't about you, is it, Dad? You know, maybe it's a blessing in disguise that I found out what I did. It's given me time to process it all. And I guess now, after today, I've accepted it. It's time to move on.
The woman that was meant for you is yet to walk into your life.
Well, you just don't know, do you? Anyway, what was Mike on about earlier about some kiddie that got hit over by a milk van or something?
Oh, look on page 7.
No way. This has got to be a joke.
It's no joke, you know.
No. There's only two things that can warrant this article. One, you would have had to have seen the incident yourself. Or two, you would have to have known the driver and spoken to him within the last 24 hours at least. So which one is it?
Well, Virgil did come round last night after the incident did happen. I eventually did talk him around to turning himself in this morning.
You mean Virgil made the Sun newspaper for running over some kid with a milk van? And this was a guy that you were planning on going into business with?
You already know the outcome of that conversation, so why are you bringing it up again?
The guy is a con artist. And I'm surprised that you haven't cut ties with him already, Dad.
You are in no position to judge anybody, you know. I never raised you up to think you was better than anybody else.
Turning himself in?
If you think you know something I don't know, then why don't you tell me?
Well, unless he banged his head during that incident and got a bit confused with telling the difference between an hospital and a police station. I'll say once again he's pulled a fast one, Dad. What I'm saying is unless, like me, he's a twin, it was definitely him I saw at the reception of the hospital as I was leaving this evening.
The man looked me in my eyes and tell me, say, He was going to turn himself in first thing in the morning.
Like I said, Dad, you should have cut ties with him a long time ago. You know, Winston, is it okay to come in?
Yes, it's okay. I am in here.
You know, I didn't realize you had company. Have I come at a bad time?
Oh, this room is big enough for the three of we.
Okay. Nice and warm in here, ain't it?
So how it did go at the police station this morning?
See, the thing with me is my day don't actually start until I've woke up. And it's usually a lot later when I've had a few the night before, if you know what I mean. But I hadn't forgot what I told you last night. Only the first thing on my mind was the kid who well, anyway, I went to the hospital to see if the worst had come to the worst, like, and,
Look, Daddy, sorry I can't. I'll see you later.
You don't have to leave on my account, you know. Oh, believe me, it's best I do. Right. Aye. Am I supposed to be intimidated?
Is intimidated, you mean?
That's the one. Am I supposed to feel what he said?
I can't say that was one of my intentions, no. But know this. If this was my gaff, I'd see to it that you'd never step one foot into this place again.
Oh, aye. Oh, just as well as not your gaff, ain't it?
Dad, I'll be off.
I must clearly have one of them faces that he'd like to give a good shoeing.
It's a long story.
Well, you could just give me the bite-sized version of the story.
He knows that you didn't turn yourself into the police this morning.
Well, like I said, my day don't usually start until my eyes are open. And usually longer than the amount of time it takes me to crawl out of bed, go to the bathroom, drain a weasel, and crawl back into bed. And today that didn't occur till around about 4:47 this afternoon.
He said he saw you at the reception of the hospital around about 5 this evening.
Well, yes, that is about right. You see, I thought it might be worthwhile for me to stop at the hospital before I went to the police station, so I could actually see if I was, a murder suspect or if he'd actually survived. And you know what? It was the best choice I made. I mean, we actually spoke I told him what happened with his dad and how much of a monster he was, and it turned out that he'd washed his hands with him many years before he actually got arrested. Hence why he was willing to tell the police that he had no recollection of what happened last night.
And did he put that in writing?
Well, I didn't need to, did I? I heard it with my own ears. Whilst I was there, 2 police officers came to take his account of what happened, and he only told him that I was his uncle.
Well, in that case, they will be needing to update this story. Look on page 7.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. I am disappointed.
So you should be.
What, and there's no topless bird on page 7? There's not even one on page 3. What's happened? Used to be the highlight of my day, that was when I were a kid. You know, sneaking in the newspaper, walking into the news agents, looking at a nice fit bird with a nice set of melons.
You can make light of such a serious situation. It's beyond me, you know.
Hold on a minute. Have I missed something here? Did you give me this newspaper for a specific reason?
So why you don't read it and find out?
Well, I can't, can I? It's the small print. My eyes can't make them out. You'd have to read it if you don't mind.
Hit and run in the city of Gloucester. A 17-year-old boy was hit by a milk van at 7:30 p.m. last night and was rushed into hospital where he is being treated for a broken arm. The police are calling for anyone who witnessed the incident that took place on Pasmead Road to come forward by contacting the incident number below. Ring any bells?
Just to confirm, that is the Sun newspaper you're referring to, right?
The Sun.
I've made the Sun.
For a hit and run using a milk van.
That's irrelevant, because I, Virgil, have made the Sun. You know, this right here is the equivalent. That's the one. This moment is that of that boy that against all odds became a superstar and lived to say, look mum, I'm on the TV. Where in my case, it would be, look mum, I'm in the Sun.
You really think this is something to be proud about?
Well, it will be once I contact the reporter and give my side of the story. You do know that there's money in it, don't you? Selling your story to a paper like the Sun, that's at least a few grand. I could just imagine the headlines now. Survived rape victim, Virgil, gives his reasons for his hit and run. Oh, that would sell like hotcakes, that would.
And besides some extra money in your pocket, what are you looking to achieve from this? The man is already in jail.
That's not the point, is it? Me speaking up might encourage thousands of victims to step up and do the same.
But you seem to be forgetting something here. Your circumstances are a lot different to the average victim. You think that the public will be in your favor when they find out what you was doing time for? Not many people support a man who put his hand on a woman, you know.
Well, no one would find out about it, will they? I mean, let's face it. It's not as if Sophie's here to give a account of what happened. It's easy money, Winston. At the end of the day, I've made my truce with his son that I hit over. And that, for me, is as good as getting his blessing to give my version of the story. And of course, I would mention you.
You will do no such thing.
Well, why wouldn't I? You were actually the voice of reason that taught me into handing myself in the first place. Think about it, Winston. You'd be seen as some kind of hero. And let's face it, a struggling voice actor like you would benefit from such publicity.
It falls, the sunshine don't shine forever.